Hello everyone, this is Vikas Dhayal, and in this particular video I am going to be orienting everybody who has enrolled into the 10,000 questions program, which is going to start on 7th of October, which is today at 10 a.m. and the program will last till starting from 7th of October until 7th of May. So the goal of the program is to basically cover the whole syllabus through the active recall method and through 10,000 questions and their solutions and the notes that you're going to make out of these questions and the solutions. So basically, what is the goal of the program? Let me discuss first. The exam of your 2023 prelims is going to be held on 28th of May of 2023. So let me tell you this, that if you are somebody who has not cleared the prelims exam before, then it is way more tougher for you. I've already explained in some of the discussions that I've had with many of the aspirants that it is even tougher for people who are appearing for the first time in prelims. So for them, the competition is basically out of every 500 to 1000 students, there will be one student who is going to be writing his or her first mains. So you have to beat these many people to get into the list if you are somebody who has not written mains before. So it is way more tougher than the mains and the interview stage. So you better prepare for the prelims. Not you should not start in January or in February, and like the toppers say, because the toppers are mostly people who have written more than one mains. Rarely there will be people who have written their first mains, have qualified the the prelims examination as well as the whole examination. They are in the list. So basically, for you, it is important that you spread the preparation over the period of 7 months, and in those 7 months there is a proven strategy of 10,000 questions. If you solve them and if you make notes out of the solutions that we provide you, and then if you keep revising them over and over again, and eventually by the time it is 7th of May when the program ends, you will be basically having your own individual notes, and that those notes should be written in a copy, a digital copy, which should be called things that I do not know, things that you do not know. So for everybody, the things that they do not know will be different. So in by basically following the program, you will be able to create your own set of things that you do not know, and you will be able to revise them before appearing on in the exam on 28th of May 2023. So let's begin the orientation by discussing the goal of the program. So I have repeatedly told you that active recall method is the best method for retaining some information that you have for longer period of time. Plain reading a text, reading some text plainly is not going to be there in your memory for a very long time, while active recall method basically is more efficient. It is proven by many scientific researches, as well as it is also prevalently, it is very much prevalent in the best of the universities and best of the schools. So what is the active recall method? The active recall method basically focuses on reverse engineering of studies. For example, if you see a question and then you try thinking of an answer of the question. If you do not find the answer, then you look at the solution, and if you look at the solution, then basically that remains in your memory for a very long period of time. So through this active recall method, so basically solving 10,000 questions is only actively recalling 10,000 questions, and there are four options in every question. So you are basically doing 40,000 questions in a span of 7 months. So just like the you must have heard about the 10,000 rules for efficiency and productivity. If you do something for 10,000 hours, for example, if you do singing for 10,000 hours, if you play cricket for 10,000 hours, then you will be a master of it. So similarly, if you do 10,000 questions, then you will become the master of prelims, and it will be if you do it diligently, and if you do it sincerely, then you can increase your chances of clearing prelims to the maximum extent possible. So the purpose of the program is to spread the preparation over 7 months. I've already told you this. What are the mentorship specifics that I'm going to offer? So I'm going to be personally taking everybody's doubts. I'm somebody who has basically cleared the prelims for 5 times consecutively, and in the times when I also wrote the 2022 mains as well, and particularly in the times when the prelims exam is getting more and more unpredictable. People say this, but I say that this is not unpredictable. This is basically prelims getting more and more fundamental. So fundamental questions are more in the prelims paper, and static questions are more. Current affairs is negligent, and basically this has becoming more and more inclined towards making your checking your understanding rather than checking how much cramming that you do. So in that way, the prelims examination has changed a lot over the previous few years. So in this program, I am going to be helping you in order to clear the exam through on-call support for specific doubts related to what sources you should refer, whether you should follow current affairs, 3 magazines, 4 magazines, yearly magazines, monthly magazines, everything. And apart from that, the static part, what should you be referring to and what should you not be referring to, that is important. And then micro and macro scheduling of your preparation as per the specific needs of every student. So every student is different. Some people are good at something, some people are like suck at other things, they are not good at other things. So I'm going to be listening to everybody's journey and everybody's level of preparation. I'm going to analyzing everybody's basically strengths and weaknesses. SWOT analysis I will be doing for you, on call, on Zoom call, on a video call, or on voice call, wherever you are comfortable. So that way I'm going to schedule and I'm going to give targets to every students that are to be finished in particular number of days. Then you can also meet me in Old Rajendra Nagar. If you are living there, you can take time from me on my number that I have already given on the group, the private group that is created for the prelims mentorship program students. So the most useful resources for prelims will be suggested as per individual aspirants. So I tell you this, somebody who has already attempted 2 or 3 prelims, so for them reading of NCRTs might not be that useful as reading of Lakshmikant and solving previous year papers. So the needs are different for every individual. So according to that, I will be referring you the sources which you should be thorough with, and I will also be telling you tricks and tips which are going to be very useful while clearing the prelims examination. And you are also be developing your own tips and tricks after doing the 10,000 questions. And because our questions are based on the themes which are asked in the previous year questions, as well as any examination that is conducted by UPSC. So in that way, we are going to be understanding the psyche of UPSC examiners and UPSC paper setters. So that psyche is going to be helping you in basically deducing uh, which of the options which are there in the prelims examination as correct or not correct. So unique features, what are the unique features of this program? So the questions will be set according to the trends of recent years. So many of the coachings who are setting questions, I've already told you in a particular video. I'm going to put the link of that video in description, where I tell you how the already existing test series are very broken. The model itself is very broken because the questions are very factual in the test series, as well as unnecessary current affairs are also put. So that basically decreases your confidence, and that also makes you not prepare in the direction that you should be preparing. Then high quality solutions will be provided for each question, and you will be encouraged to make notes of whatever solutions that you read in a particular copy that will be called things that I do not know. And I'll be reviewing your notes on every Sunday so that I know that you are going in the right direction. And the hacks and tricks will be provided in March and February and March. So there are many questions asked about whether if you have not covered. So there are some people who ask that I have not covered modern history, should I be attempting the test? So, and there are other people who say that should I finish my reading of the basic books first and then I should be attempting the test papers. I must tell you this, that the active recall method does not require you to basically go through the basic books. The UPSC exam is such that it requires two things: common sense and general understanding. Common sense and general understanding of history, polity, economy, and all these subjects. So you have some common sense in you and you can use that. General understanding you will increase your general understanding will be increasing after you will be attempting the 10,000 questions. So you should begin with basically attempting the questions and then seeing the solution. Even if you mark 25 out of 25 questions incorrect, then also you should be doing it through this method, because this method itself is great, and this method itself will allow you to cover the whole syllabus. The whole syllabus of the UPSC examination will be covered through basically the 10,000 questions that we will be offering, because 10,000 questions are a lot, and the four options that are there, 40,000 options, 40,000 questions, and you'll be covering the whole syllabus through it. So this is the breakup. You can see it in the PDF that I've already provided in the main Telegram channel, CSE Topper, and also in the private group that is there for the 10,000 questions mentorship program. So what will be the schedule of the test? So that we are going to, we know that this particular time, so the time now is should be majorly focused on, for your schedule, you should be majorly focusing upon your optional subjects, right? So I already shared how you should be making your day, basically scheduling your day in 3 sessions of at least 3 hours each, and in each session you should be focusing optional GS mains and prelims, along with the newspaper reading. So from 7th October to 30th November, 25 questions every day will be given, and 1 hour and 30 minutes will be required for you to for attempting the test, as well as for going through the solutions and making notes out of them. If you do not make notes, then you must understand that note making is very important for understanding any humanities based subject, such as history, polity, economy, geography, all these subjects which come in the UPSC prelims. Because if you do not make notes, then you will not be able to revise before prelims, and if you are not able to revise whatever you have read, then it is not useful for you, and you will be wasting your time by reading it now as well. So after 30th of November, from 1st of December to 20th of February, you will be required to give only 2 hour and 30 minutes for basically the program. And every day, if you give that amount of time and you make notes, then you will be covering the whole syllabus through a different lens that you have not done before, and that is going to help you basically strengthen the knowledge that you acquire from the test series. From 1st of March to 31st of March, the 50 questions will be given every day, and you must know this, that on every Saturdays the current affairs test will be held, and on Sundays there will be no tests, so you can basically revise whatever you have noted, and I will also be checking whether your notes are in the right direction or not. So after 1st of April till 7th of May, there will be 7 holidays for you to revise, while there will be 30 tests, full length tests. 30 full length tests will be there for 10,000 question program, between which will be spread over these 37 days or so. So basically this is how the program is going to unfold, and I have provided a very specific schedule for the program. The program is going to begin with socio-religious reform movements and the questions which are particularly asked, and we will be focusing on questions which are favorites of UPSC. You must know this, there are some questions which are favorites of UPSC, because those particular socio-religious reform movements and those particular individuals who did them are very important for basically making what India is today. So for example, I've already told you in a pro tip on ABCD of UPSC channel, which is also a prelim specific channel for CSE Topper, that in the socio-religious reform movements, for example, the question on Ishwarchand Vidyasagar, it is very often repeated themes. So why not study about Ishwarchand Vidyasagar and the works that he did? And there will always be a deeper question being asked from this particular topic. So I'll be telling you the sources from where you should be studying, and we will be providing you the best possible solutions for questions on Ishwarchand Vidyasagar. So similarly, we'll be focusing on the themes which are repeatedly asked, and we are not going to be blindly making the questions just for the sake of it. And believe us, if you do it sincerely, then you will be basically thorough with all the important questions. So similarly, there will be Sundays will be off, then on every Saturday there will be test of current affairs. Some people have asked us what from which date we should be covering current affairs for the test papers. So you do not focus on covering current affairs from this date to that date. We are going to be giving you current affairs which have been prominent in since June 2022, because the current affairs generally come from June to May. So for 12 months, the current affairs are sufficient. And believe me, the current affairs are not a major part of the prelims preparation. Reason being, as I've told you, that in the Indian Forest Academy, where I just visited, I conducted a few interviews that you can see in the description. And the IFS examination, the cutoffs are higher than the civil services examination, and still there are people who are going to be appearing for civil services examination while being in the IFS academy, not having any time to read newspaper as well. They are clearing the examination. So what does this show? This shows that current affairs is not a major part of the examination. Static is something which is god and which is gold in this prelims examination, and which is very similar is the trend for mains examination as well. So this is the schedule for it, and we'll be ending the modern India part of our prelims syllabus till 14th of November, and after that you will be basically doing, in this particular chronology, we are going to be following the other parts of syllabus, other portions of the syllabus: polity, then geography, then ancient and medieval, art and culture, environment, economy, science and technology. We have designed the syllabus in such a way that all the static questions, for example polity and geography and ancient and medieval, they are covered first, so that when it comes to environment and economy, sometimes news from current affairs also become important part of the environment, economy and science and technology portion of our syllabus. So this way we are going to be unfolding the 10,000 questions program. And I have already given my number as well as telegram handle, where you can text me for any other queries. You can text on the helpline also, at the rate CSC topper underscore helpline, for any queries that you have. And I wish you all the best, and I'll be nudging you, every single student that is there in the 10,000 questions program, towards basically going for excellence and going for diligency and going for regular hard work, which is going to allow you to clear the 2023 prelims that is going to be held on 28th of May 2023. I am Vikas Dhayal, and I welcome you all to the prelims mentorship program. Thank you so much.